Golden Eggs and a Silvery Voice. Written by Elizabeth Varadan. Illustrated by Joanna Westerman. Once upon a French sunrise, Rennie hopped from his perch and ran into the farmyard. "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" he cried, just as he did every morning. Farmer LaRoche rattled open the upstairs window. "Silence!" he shouted and slammed it down again. Henrietta tiptoed to Rennie's side. "It's all right," she clucked softly. "You know he yells at all the animals." Soon Farmer LaRoche stomped from the house to milk the cow. His wife came out with a pan of kern kennels. As Madame LaRoche scattered corn for Henrietta and Rennie, she grumbled, "I grow the corn, I shuck the corn, I shell the corn, and all I get is an egg a day. I heard that in England there's a goose that lays golden eggs. Why can't you be like that?" And she stormed back inside. Farmer LaRoche returned with his pail of milk and scowled at Rennie. "If you have to wake me so early," he said, "at least do it with a silvery voice, not all that squawking." He strode into the house and slammed the door. The hen and rooster hung their heads in shame. "My mother said an egg a day was good work," Henrietta whispered. "My father told me a farm depended on a rooster's crow," said Rennie. Sadly, they scratched in the dirt for corn kernels. "Golden eggs and a silvery voice," said Rennie at last. "That's what we need." Henrietta looked up. "How can we get those?" "I'll take voice lessons," Rennie said. "I won't crow again until I have a silvery voice." Henrietta ruffled her feathers in excitement. "There must be a French goose who can lay golden eggs. I'll find her and ask for her secret, and I won't lay one more egg until I know." "Then the LaRoches will be happy," said Rennie. So off they went, while the farmer and his wife were eating breakfast. Down the dusty road they ran for a long, long time. The day grew hot. After a while they walked. Then their steps began to drag. At last, when the sun hung low in the sky, they saw a shaggy dog chasing a speckled cat. "Excuse me," called Rennie. "Do you know where we can find a voice teacher and a goose who lays golden eggs?" The dog and cat halted in astonishment. The dog pricked up his ears and laughed. "A voice teacher?" "I need to crow with a silvery voice," Rennie explained. "My own voice isn't good enough." "Golden eggs?" the cat asked Henrietta, and she shook her head. Henrietta swallowed. "My own eggs aren't good enough," she said. "Opera singers have silvery voices," said the dog, "not roosters." "Golden eggs are only in fairy tales," said the cat with a sniff. Rennie and Henrietta stared at each other. "You look tired," said the dog kindly. "Come back with us and rest for the night. You can sleep in a corner of the stable." "Do you live on a farm?" asked Henrietta. "Indeed," said the cat. "The Bon Hauer sheep farm at the edge of the forest. The Bon Hauers are quite pleasant," she added. "They give me cream every morning." At the farm in the stable, Henrietta made a nest from hay. Soon Both birds fell asleep to the soft bleating of sheep. The next morning, as the sun's light stole over the tops of distant trees, Rennie sprang awake and ran into the stable yard. "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" he crowed. Then, remembering his vow, he covered his beak with his wingtips from embarrassment. A window opened and a man stuck his head out. "What is that glorious silvery sound?" he cried. Surprised, Rennie let out another "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" A moment later, Farmer Bonhauer raced out the back door, still in his nightshirt. "Shetty, come quick," he called to his wife. "We have ourselves a rooster." In excitement, Henrietta laid her usual morning egg and gave an anxious cluck. "A hen, too," Farmer Bonhauer shouted happily. Then, wonder of wonders, Henrietta laid a second egg. When Madame Bonhauer came to the stable, she exclaimed, "Fresh eggs! I'll go make an omelet right now. Why don't you scatter some oats for them to eat?" After breakfast, the Bonhauers spread the fresh straw in the corner of the stable. The dog and the cat lay nearby watching. "That omelet was delicious," said Farmer Bonhauer. "It was indeed," agreed his wife. "And did you see how bright and golden their yolks were? The most golden eggs I've ever seen." The farmer smiled. "I'll build a hen house this very afternoon. We must take care of our good luck." The dog grinned at Henrietta and Rennie. "So you have golden eggs and a silvery voice after all," he said. They nodded, their chests swelling with pride. The cat twitched her tail. All this fuss about voices and eggs.